Hi, I'm Craig Swenson. I'm Senior Pastor of Salem Lutheran Church in Peoria. I'm introducing a video segment that is being put together on behalf of a Capital Appeal that's taking place here at Salem. In this segment, you will hear from other Salem members about their experience and what their life has been shaped by as a result of their involvement at Salem. I'm excited for what the Capital Appeal might hold for us. It's yet to be determined exactly what it all means. But some building improvements and upgrades to be sure. But all of it is being done to try to extend the ministry of this congregation even more fully into the life of this congregation, to be a welcoming environment and to be a place that people truly sense Christ's presence and are invited into worship and learning opportunities as we are together growing people in Christ to love and serve. Listen to what some other members have to say about Salem Lutheran Church.
Really happened. The decision was that we needed to follow the population, which is moving in the northern direction. And after much discussion and pros and cons and so forth, the decision was made to buy a lot and move north, and that's where it took us to War Memorial Drive. But those were fantastic years. But it was all to growth. And I think it'll be a problem for a church always if we're going to grow people in Christ. We have to think about expanding and what we're going to do to continue that wonderful beginning that our Swedes started for us so many years ago. Growing and growing, and may even build a fourth church. I see that the dedication to everybody there and the enthusiasm and the dedication and the leadership of the pastors that we have, I can only feel that, as in the past, we can't help ourselves. We have to think ahead, and we will be. But we have to provide for each other in gifts and prayer, too, at the same time.
I remember in the 50s, not quite 60 years yet, and we knew there was a new church close to our home in Idlebrook. So we started going to Salem, and it wasn't long until we did join Salem. And we were very happy there. We were very involved in so many things. Lawn mowing, all kinds of things at Salem we were involved in for all these years. We have to have some way to bring the young people back after college. I think so many of them don't come back. And we have to do something to get them all back.
So one of my absolute favorite things about Salem is how welcoming that everybody is. When we first came here many years ago now, people stopped in and said, "Hey, welcome to Salem. We're glad to have you here." My kids found a place that they could belong, and I found a place that I could belong. Now, here's the cool thing. Salem is taking that message and they're continuing it, welcoming new members and people who stop by. We're taking it outside the walls of this building. That is awesome. One of the cool things that I really like is we go to Thomas Jefferson and we write pen pal letters and engage with kids that have this new presence, this new place where they can come, and we are inviting them. They're invited to trunk or treat this year. They're invited to come to Bible school. It's awesome. It's a great experience to take this to the next level. And with this building expansion, all of these opportunities are just going to get bigger and bigger. It's a great time that we can take our message to the next level.
I've been a member for quite a long time and been very active at church. Some God moments are, we have 4 children. They were all baptized here and they grew up through our church, and you know, that really gives you a great bond with obviously other members of the church that have same children, same age and so on. So you grow up that way. I've been involved with ministry, with worship, things like that, and really that bind you. It's a great way of growth in your faith, and Salem has been really, really good to us, and we have learned a lot, and I have grown tremendously over the years in my faith that way.
I mean, you guys, nobody's ever been generous to you. Well, it's just, there's so much of it. I mean, we're old.
So I've been a lifelong member of Salem Church, and I have been involved with Sunday school for nearly half of that life. So I have taught Sunday school, worked with Sunday school teachers, come up with themes, and just been involved with children for a very long time. And I think that has made such an impact in my life. I think I know so much about the Bible and trying to teach stories and God's love through children's perspective, and they often have such a wonderful view of looking at God's love for all of us. In fact, this year, a little girl that has come for the first time, told her mother that she was excited to come to Jesus classes. And so she didn't call it Sunday school, so she called it Jesus classes. And I just thought that was a great thing to say, coming to talk about Jesus and learn. And children are very generous, both with their time and their thoughts and what they want to tell you. And I think we have a lot that we can learn from being like a child. We hear about it all the time in the Bible, and I think it's exciting to work with them and teach them.
Years ago, the Salem Men's Group was basically almost one person, and there was Max Putkamp. Max was adamant that we need to have a men's group, and he worked hard at it and made some strides, and finally that grew into a huge active community. The Salem Men's Group is like the men of Salem. They get together. We have an official board. We do a lot of community action and church action for the greater good. And it is unique to Salem. I've talked to other churches, and my brother-in-law is a pastor, and they don't have those type of groups as we have. So Salem is richly blessed with a very active men's group.
Well, I've always had that security in my past and for my future, but the important thing is that no matter what event happens in my life, both happy or sad, births or weddings or burials, I have that security that my pastor would be the first person I can go to that will take care of things for me. And the congregation is so supportive in all those. I've had that experience, and I can speak from experience that is exactly what happens. So it gives me a real lift and feeling of being taken care of at any time because of my church and congregation. My family, that's what I call it, my family. I'm thankful for that.